sea. Like, because they're the sea creatures. We're not supposed to eat shrimp. We're not supposed to eat nothing like in the shell or none of that shit.
See, I
We're
didn't
not
know
supposed to
about
eat.
the seafood.
Yeah, the seafood. We're not supposed to eat that. That's scavengers of the sea. They're scavengers. They are supposed to clean the sea. That's why we got so much pollution and shit in the water and shit, because we eating all the shit out of the damn water. We're supposed to clean the sea. Besides the trash that they put in there, but you know what I'm saying? And then you got people dumping oil in the fucking water, polluting the water with the oil. And that's what's killing like our sea creatures and shit that we need in the water. We need them in the water. hmm Uh, I believe, and something is beyond the sea, like down in the bottom of the sea, like where nobody can, where man can't even go. And I believe there's something down there that we ain't supposed to see, but it's gonna come up soon.
Yeah, there
And I
definitely
believe
is.
that, and I believe that it's something of the earth, something within the pyramids. Yo, you gotta see this movie called The Pyramid.
What's that about?
Why? Oh my God. It's something in the pyramids. That's why it's like something secretive is in those pyramids. But I don't know what it is in there. But these people went and down there, white people trying to find out what's going down there, and they got stuck in there, and I believe it was the devil, and it came out some kind of creature, and it had horns and everything, but it was a skeleton. But you gotta see it. It's a good fucking movie. I ain't gonna even tell you like what. Yo, it's so crazy how that movie go down. I watched it on YouTube, and
What,
it's
the
called
whole movie on YouTube?
yeah, The Pyramid. You gotta make sure you watch the right one, cause it's like I think it's something else that to do with the pyramid too, but it ain't a movie or nothing. I think it's like a documentation or some shit like that. You gotta make sure it's the movie, The Pyramid. Yep, it's good, and I believe that's why. Uh, I believe it has something to do with the sun, the moon, the space. I don't know why, but I do believe there's something connected with that. I don't know why, where they came from, how they were built, but I believe that giants walked the earth at one time. I believe that trees really move,
I
like
heard about
from
that
their
too.
position. I do believe that. I do. Because if you think about it, right, one day I had a plant, and that plant was dead. But as soon as
Hmm.
I put water on it, do you know that plant came back alive? And it stood up straight, like I nursed it back to health. Yep.
Hmm.
And I'm talking about within a few hours, bro.
That's crazy. Few
Yo,
hours.
Yeah. You gotta look at that shit, bro. Look at that. Like if you got a plant, your mom got a plant or something like that in your house, and it looks like it needs some water or something, or this look dry, look like it's gonna die. I guarantee you, put some water in it and watch. In a few hours, you're gonna come back. You're gonna be like, that plant was just dead, and that plant gonna be alive again. I'm telling you, it's amazing how God places and things, and things that He got upon this earth, like nature and all that. It's amazing.
Hmm.
It's amazing. Like, damn,
You
I
ever
do
peep
believe that.
how uh a plant, like if it's in your windowsill, it'll face
Yeah.
toward the window, and if
Yep.
you turn it, it'll turn back toward the window, like toward
To
the
the
sunlight.
window with the sunlight. Yep.
Like
Yeah.
plants just face the sun. I think
Mhm.
that's crazy.
And if you play music for your plants, do you know they like that shit? I didn't
I heard
believe
about it,
that.
but I ain't ever did it though.
Yes, do that shit. Get you some plants. I'm telling you, like if your mom in your mom house or whatever she got, or she like plants or whatever, or you get some a plant. I'm telling you, watch. Put some music on. Your plant will love it. Talk to your plant. It
Matter of
talk
fact,
back.
I'm about to do an experiment. I'm gonna have one plant listening to drill music, and then I'm gonna have another
hmm
plant listening to like R&B and B and shit.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
And Do you believe in like frequencies and vibrations?
Yeah,
Like has to something to do with us? I believe
I think
in
everything is a vibration, like the physical things and the like spiritual things.
uh-huh. Do you believe like our locks have are like our antennas? Like our hair?
Yeah, I heard of that about that. The lock, your hair is basically antennas for us.
Yeah, goes. What's
Yes.
good?
What's up, bro? How you
What's
doing?
up? I ain't jumping on bullshit. I was like, oh, I like this conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
we having
yeah.
lobby
You know
talk.
how
Pull up
we
to the
do.
apartment.
Yeah, yeah. All
Oh,
right.
come
I'm
on, I'm
going
on the
in.
football field right now.
All right.
All right, all right.
Once you're done with that shit, pull up. I
Get
got it.
on. Yeah. We just talking. We was talking about a lot of shit. Mebo, Princess, Tay, and who else was in here with us? They left though.
Peachy
I don't know.
was, but
Oh
I
well,
mean they
before
was
that.
taking.
No, somebody else was in here with us though. Before they, I'm talking about when we was talking about the conspiracy stuff.
I think it was
I
just me,
forget.
you, Sess, and Tay.
Oh, it was Beto, but Beto wasn't talking. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm Mm. I was just talking. Me and Bo was just talking about just now. I believe that trees really move.
Oh yeah.
Like I believe they move. They do. They move from where they was originally from. I don't know why, but I know I seen the video on it and everything, and I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube and everything.
There's one
And
type of tree that do move slightly throughout the year, though. I know what
hmm
I think I know which one you're talking about, but no, all trees, all living things have a motion to it, and if you look at it, and if you, I bet you, if you stay a good week into the nature, just nature and you gonna see this shit.
yeah,
Not seeing it move, but you gonna feel the vibration of everything. You gonna
uh huh,
feel like if you angry or mad around a tree type shit, you gonna see it do something. Like
uh
it's
huh,
gonna interact with you because it's feeding off of your vibrations and it's
your
gonna feel that
energy
vibration.
and
Your
that
energy
energy.
gonna
Yup,
mm-hmm, it's gonna
yeah,
get to it.
yeah. And then we was talking about how I believe it's something in the pyramids. It's this movie called Pyramid, and I was telling him to watch it. It's on YouTube. I had watched it out of the blue one day. It just popped up on my screen because I was just like looking at movies on YouTube one day, and I was just like, let me check this movie out real quick. And I thought it was some corny ass shit. Right? That shit was good. It was like it was the devil inside there, and it was chasing these people because they went down there experimenting in there trying to figure out what was down there and stuff and
I hate when I
that's
see fucking, oh, we found the tomb. Okay, yeah, you found the tomb. And we took a
yeah.
mummy out of it. Oh, why?
What the fuck was
Why?
you
Like,
doing
yeah,
down
okay,
there?
you found the tomb. You
It was
discovered the tomb. Great. Oh, I seen this artifact. Why would you take the artifact out of there?
mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
sorry. If I go on any expedition, it's a rule. If you don't apply by this rule, you're not coming on this expedition. Don't
Right,
take shit.
right. Don't
All right.
take shit. Right.
Or
And
you
that's
will
what
get left
happened.
behind.
And that's what happened. Stuff started happening, and then that thing came out, and this girl thought she was about to escape. Why the fuck that thing came right out there and grabbed her? It was like it was the devil in the skeleton form. It had the horns and everything. It was like the Baphomet goat. That's what it looked like. Yeah, and I believe that it is there. It's just not ready for to be formed. It's gonna be formed in a man's body before that all happens, and that's not supposed to happen until God supposed to come back, Jesus supposed to come back, or whatever is supposed to happen. And I believe that. I do. And I believe that all this stuff that's supposed to happen on the earth, like as far as like the weather and stuff, I believe California gonna fall. I believe New York City is gonna get hit with a tidal wave, and I believe that you know, all the surrounding cities are just going to be flooded because of New York City is so close to. I'm close to Philadelphia, Jersey. All of them going to be wiped out, and I believe that we're going to have an ice age. I do. I believe all that's going to happen. Yeah. So how you feel about that?
I say I feel like the ice age gonna happen after our great or after our grandchildren or great grandchildren time, like around
Right.
that time. I don't see us
Maybe even
seeing the
after that. You know what I mean?
like it's gonna be.
Because
I
we dealing
say
with
good.
global warming right now.
It's gonna be so bad, bro. I believe that our winter is gonna be our summer, and our summer is gonna be our winter. That's what I believe. It's gonna switch.
That's when that's when
Shit.
they were talking about the pole switching about that. So I remember hearing about that. But yeah, it's a lot that can happen in the next 3 decades.
Hmm.
Or even say 3 generations, because generation is a little longer. Say 2 to 3 generation type shit. Is something gonna affect the high? Is gonna be super different from what it is. Our great grandchildren is gonna see it different from what we seen it.
I think
Right.
generations are like 12 to 20 years. I think.
Yeah, generations are good 12 to
Well,
20, at least 20. I mean, at the most, like 20 for real, at the most.
but the
Because
way
when you,
shit happening right now, it sounds like it's gonna be earlier. Cause it's happening too fast. If you think about it,
it's a
and
lot of
so
shit that's popping up, like the shit that's
yeah,
in the water. It's a couple things that popped up in the water these last couple of months and shit. And it's
yeah.
just like, bruh, like,
And why are the sharks are surfing
and
closer
then
and closer into the water, closer
and the
to the people?
dolphins and all, and
I
they
seen
and
that
Like,
shit down by
some of
Texas.
them unliving themselves
yeah,
and shit. Like, damn,
hmm
you don't want to be in the water for real no more. What's down there? Like,
yeah,
we
something.
already knew it was something down that motherfucker, but now they been man the whole world expedition that every time they go, especially NASA, they been down there bombing too much. Like they been trying to search for too much shit. I'm sorry, you go down there and you see a fucking eyeball bigger than your ship. What the fuck are you
Yeah,
doing down there still, bro?
right,
Like, oh, I see something big. I lost 5 people. Let's send 5 more to find it. What? Like,
right,
send a bomb down there.
See, I don't know.
right.
I might be the type nigga that, like, if I see a big eyeball and I'm in space and my people need the knowledge, they don't necessarily need it, but we crave the knowledge.
Fuck out
Hmm.
of here.
I'm
Get me
flying
out.
into it.
Get me out of here.
I'm flying
Fuck
straight
you.
into it. As
Get me
long
out
as
of
I'm
here,
live
nigga.
Yeah,
streaming, there's the
He can
camera.
go. Park this bitch and let me out.
yes,
I don't care
Hell
where we
nah.
at. Park this
right.
bitch and let me. I don't care if we in the bottom of the ocean. Put me on a pod to get the fuck out of here. I don't care if we in the fucking in the outer space. Get me off of here. I'll float around outer space. You can go.
Shit.
I don't know, man. I
Um,
just feel like we deserve to know something.
I see.
Yeah,
It's something out there. I know what it is. It's a big eyeball.
it is. Oh, hold on, hold on. Y'all said that it's a big eyeball in the ocean?
Like just think, like, bruh, it's big
Are you
ass
just
creatures
saying?
down there.
Oh
I
yeah, that's what I was saying. That we don't know what it is down there, but it is something because these fishes and the mammals and stuff are acting different, and
mm-hmm.
they dying and they surfacing up too much, and it's too many of them that I'm not just talking about the pollution of the oil and all of that, but it's so much going down there,
Like the
and it's I was
behavior
telling
of the
her
animals and shit.
we're eating up the sea creatures like as far as like they supposed to be the scavengers of the sea, where they supposed to keep the ocean clean, like the shrimps and different stuff that's in there, like eels, and Chinese people eat all of that shit and everything. We're not supposed to eat that. We're not supposed to eat pork. We're not supposed to eat none of that shit. But we're supposed to eat like fish, breads, like rice. That's why I see like how or lamb or maybe goat or something like that. Like that's how they used to eat, and that's how we supposed to eat. But because we were brainwashed to eat the way the white man wanted us to eat, that's why we eat that stuff, and we raised on it from our ancestors because that's what they were. They were given to eat because they were slaves and shit. So, but we
Hey,
don't know
make sure
that
you move around so
because
you don't be
yeah,
sneezing.
because because we were brainwashed. So that's why we like Christmas and Halloween and Easter and all that bullshit that don't even matter. It's not. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's just the way man made it, and that's the way we look at things. Like I was saying above, we so materialistic. We so worried about what we got on our feet, what we got on our backs and stuff. We're not worried about stacking or trying to grow with each other and stuff. And
Yeah,
with us, and we so
And I ain't gonna lie, people think I'm weird as hell because I'm not really into fashion like that. Like I got my own look. Fashion
Me
going on.
too. I got my own look. I'm unique. I like to be different, and it's not wrong with
And
that.
I ain't really big on shoes either. Like I wear
That's my
slides
big
every
thing.
day.
Motherfuckers be like, oh, I don't care. I would buy a fucking, go to Gabe's, I'm buying me some cool, man, I don't need no A1s or no fucking Jordans. Like, bro, why y'all buy all these sneakers that just to be looking at, bro?
Oh God, I ain't
And
no
then when you,
model, no foot
and then when
model.
you wear them, you can't crease them, but people like, bitch, I'm running in these bitches.
Oh,
I'm getting
God.
up through. Like, oh, you hooping in the new J's? Yup, I'm hooping in these bitch. You stupid.
Like, bro, these
Why?
shoes
They're
touch the ground
basketball
all
shoes.
day, every day. Why can't I get them
Right.
dirty?
Right,
They on the
they're
floor all day.
basketball shoes. They made by a basketball player. The fuck?
Right.
Oh, them J's, but you supposed to. And what did Jordan do? Play fucking basketball.
Yeah. That's all he did.
Hey,
And we
Slim,
doing the
I ain't gonna
main
lie.
things.
Move around so you don't disconnect.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm cool.
Okay.
I'm alright. I'm watching TV. I'm watching your TV, and I'm moving all around my camera.
All
See?
right.
I'm chilling. Yeah, so we was talking about. I was saying like, if you look at Biden, right? I don't know if I said this before. I was saying it tonight. I was saying how he looks. He looks like he's a puppet, like that's a mask on his face. Like
I seen it. I seen a couple of little videos. Like they did close ups and everything.
He don't look right. If you look at his eyes and shit, you can see it. Like if you can just grab it, like around his eyes and pull that shit off. And I don't know if y'all remember this movie called V. And I was telling y'all earlier, but Tay didn't want me to talk about it. But it was called the alien. Not they called the lizard people. And I do believe they exist. And I was saying about the person that protects the president. I keep forgetting.
The Secret Service.
Secret Service guy. It's this bald-headed guy. He was with Barack Obama too, and he was with.
You talking about Secret Services?
Yeah, and he a bald-headed dude. He looked like an alien. You gotta look at that dude. He got black eyes. I seen him up close. He don't look right. I'm telling you, and neither does Biden. They look fake. I'm telling you, look at Trump. Trump got so many different pictures of how he looked. One minute, Trump looked real orange and pale.
Yeah, he ain't orange no more.
And then 1 minute, you see, now he not orange no more. You see how he was looking before?
I think because he got bullied and now he ain't orange no more.
Well, I heard that he lost some weight too.
Yeah.
But he like a fat ass pig. That's what he looked like to me. Yup. He like
They
a
just
whole
make him
pig.
look up. If he a pig, they can't look at the sky.
Yeah, he don't.
Yeah, pigs can't look up.
That's why they always down. And that's the nastiest creature on earth, they said. Ugh.
That's
I'm
funny
telling you.
as hell, bro.
Yeah, they say it's the curse that that God gave them because they don't supposed to look up to heaven because you don't supposed to oh shit. Oh my bad, I'm playing football. But yeah, God gave them a curse where they can't look up to heaven, up to the skies.
Mm.
So how was Wilbur talking to Charlotte then?
That's a fucking movie.
Yeah, that's a cartoon.
He definitely looked up, was talking to her ass.
Hey Wilbur. Hey Charlotte. That was my damn. I ain't watched that in so fuck. Like that's one of the movies I can say I haven't watched since I was a kid.
Yeah, I can say that too. I have
Like it's a lot of movies that like, oh, you went back to watch a couple times when you were a teenager or even adult. Nah, that's one movie I can say I ain't watched since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, do you believe in the Antichrist?
What you mean?
Like he's coming?
I don't know. Like really,
Cause
I don't believe
I'm
in
telling you,
Christ.
he gonna come in like he gonna be like this Messiah, and he gonna be like trying to cure the world and everything, and trying to tell people that he the Messiah, he can do this, he can do that, and a lot of people are gonna be deceived by this. And if you don't, I was telling him about the mark of the beast, and if you don't get that mark of the beast, that you will be killed. So you remember back in the day when they had where the Muslim people was killing and chopping off Americans' heads,
Yeah,
and they was showing that shit on video. That's what's
yeah.
gonna supposed to happen. Supposed to be the people that's not gonna be get get the mark of the beast. They're gonna put us in like places where like the Jews were killed at, and
Mhm.
those type of things.
The
We
camps and
gonna
shit.
yeah, the camps and stuff,
Oh my
because it's supposed to go down. And if you look in Revelations, it's in the Bible. So everything, if you look at every Bible, even though it's different religions, if you look at every
Mhm.
Bible and Revelations, all of them are basically the same. So that is not a lie. That is supposed to happen, because I mean it's coming to to fold now. It's just gotta
Right.
happen. But you're gonna hear rumors and rumors, but it says in the Bible you're not supposed to be disturbed by that. You're supposed to still at least believe in God and believe that everything gonna work out for God. So you're supposed to have your faith in God. But if you get that mark of the beast, you will go to hell, because you will not be able to eat, buy, sell anything in this on this earth when this is supposed to happen. And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be deceived, so everybody is not going to heaven.
See,
So
Right.
don't
I
believe
have a
that
bunch
crap.
of questions about that, but I'm gonna ask this one: why do you go to hell for getting marks?
Well, because
Like,
that
why is it
means
a
that you
bad thing?
believe. Why is it a bad thing? Because you believe in that this man that he's portraying to be the Messiah, and there's only one God, and you believe in this person, that a man that's made up just by God. He made up just like you. So why would you believe in him than God? So why would you believe that this man can save your life? Why would you believe that he loved you? Remember, God died
But
for you.
then again, though, a man freed the slaves when God did it.
What man freed the slaves?
Abraham Lincoln.
But
Like, even though he was coerced by
you
Frederick
believe that?
Douglass, he used his power to free the slaves for whatever reason. Yeah, I
I
mean,
believe in
I
that.
understand, like, people had to convince him to do that, but he did
Yeah,
that.
he probably used the black man to convince them to come over there, or
Yeah,
to get
Frederick
them.
Douglass made him, or not made him, but persuaded him to do that.
Uh-huh. And that's why we where we at today. But
But for
the
all
same
those
thing.
centuries,
But
God
listen,
could have did the
listen
same
what.
thing.
But listen to what you just said. He persuaded him to do that. The same way the Antichrist is going to do. He's going to persuade everybody to believe that he is the Messiah, and y'all gonna believe that, and you gonna go to hell
But
and live
look though,
eternal life
that's
in
another thing. I got
hell.
another question on that point.
I believe
On
in
the
God, and I.
Antichrist,
Mhm.
how would you know when Jesus comes back?
You won't
Because
know. It just
every man, he gonna come back like a thief in the knife, and every eye shall see. No matter where you at in the earth, no matter where you at, every man on earth, including the devil and Antichrist, will see this. So yes, that's how you gonna know.
I think that's crazy because we can't all see the sun at the same time. So how are we gonna see
Right.
a man at the same time?
But God ain't a man.
I'm talking about Jesus coming back. How are we
Yeah,
all
but
gonna see
God is
Jesus
not a
come
man.
back?
God is not a
It's
man.
nighttime on
God,
this side of the world and
Jesus is
daytime
not a
on this
man.
side.
He is a spirit from God.
Right.
He is the image of God. That's it. And the only way to get through God is through him. And I do believe that. Yes, I do. But not the Jesus that they portray.
The,
I
and
believe, right. I don't
because
believe in that white Jesus picture that they talking about. That's
it's
Jesus.
not a
No.
human form. It's not.
Right. It's not a human form. I don't
Jesus
believe it.
isn't a human form.
No.
No,
No, not at all. He is the Holy Ghost. Believe that.
Wait, so he's the
not.
son and the ghost?
Holy
Because it's
Ghost.
the Father, the Son, and the Spirit.
Yeah.
So he's the
I
Son
believe.
and the Spirit.
No, he's just the Son of God, but he's the spirit of the image of God. So am I saying that right? Do that sound right?
I'm not 100% sure because I'm not. I used to be a big atheist. I literally just came back to the light. I ain't gonna lie. It was last
Okay.
year.
I
It,
peeped that, and I
and
always wanted to talk to you about it too. I peeped it.
you peeped that? You peeped that
Yeah.
too?
Oh God.
Yeah, Mashani keep talking about newly found Chris. I'm like, no, I'm a refound. I grew up in the church. Like my grandma went to church every Sunday, and I was around like 11, 12, and I was like, my grandma passed when I was 8, and then I
Okay.
stopped going and everything, and then it was like I started looking at because I'm a more of a science guy and shit that looked
Yeah.
like
Me
I could
too.
see, and I thought like this shit. When you read the Bible for real, it's
Well,
contradicting itself. So my man, I was a big atheist from like 12 to well, a good 14, 16 years type shit. I was a good atheist, and I tell you, I used to play around with the whole Ouija board, the saying the three of the same number, the one number that you don't supposed to say. I won't even say that shit no
uh-huh.
more.
Me
I
too. Oh
like
my
Wait, the
God.
number.
the
Me
one number that
too.
you said 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I won't even say. I used to play around with that and say and all that. I used to have fun with it because I was like this shit fake. Like, but nah, last year, the reason why it was 3 times in 3 days back to back. The first
Okay.
day, I blew my tire right on the
Uh-huh.
highway. I pulled off and I went in my car and I had my spare, but I ain't have a jack. I'm like, fuck. And I called
Okay.
Ryan. Ryan ain't, he said, I'm at work right now. I called Mashani. She said, she wasn't even, near, I was right there in Cincinnati. She was like, I'm not even near, Covington or Cincinnati. So I can't, I'm like, all right, bet. And then, right when I hung up with Mashani, this dude came out of nowhere. He said, "Hey, I seen you blow your tire, and I was like, I just need a jack." He like, all right, I got one, blah blah blah, and like his car, like he came out of nowhere. Like it was like one of them. No, and his car was nowhere to be found, bro. Because after I got in the car, I drove up. I ain't see him after he went past that building, but in the middle of me changing my tire, he was quiet for a good minute, and he said, "Hey, do you believe?" I said, "Huh? What you mean?" And he was like, "Do you believe?" And I'm like, "What you mean, like in God?" And he's like, "Nah." I started laughing. I'm like, "Nah, I'm a atheist, blah blah blah. I don't believe in all that." And he was like, "Why don't you?" And I told him, grew up in the church, but I looked at it, it contradicted itself, blah blah, blase blase. He was like, "Oh, you should come to church and everything." I'm like, "I ain't no big church person, you know." And he only said like 5 words for it. He really ain't say shit. And then,
Right.
fixed the tire, bang, he went on with his day. And like literally, I got in the car soon as he went past that building for real, and I drove up and I looked because I'm like, where his car at? And he wasn't nowhere to be found. Like I'm like, what the fuck?
Like he
So
disappeared.
like type shit. But then the next day, I had an Uber. Cause I was like, I ain't driving that car around, so I got Uber, and on my way home from work, it was what was it? I want to say Judaism. Like we at first we was talking, and then he came up and started talking about the Bible and everything, and we started talking, atheist, blah blah blah. But I'm always been open minded, shit like that.
Yeah.
And then the third day, it was I know it was Christian, because the first dude was Christian, so Christianity, Judaism, and then Buddhism, them 3. And literally, and they brought the conversation up. I ain't say not one word about no Bible or no believing nothing. They all three asked me, and they told me what they was, blah blah blah. And then I looked it up. That them three are the first three soldiers of God for real. Them first three
Wow.
religions, and
Uh-huh.
out of the six, them was the first three. And then what really kicked it off for me, I'm at
Uh-huh.
work, right?
Uh-huh.
No, when I say no lie, bro, this was it scared me damn near.
Right.
You know how I said I used to play around with that devil shit and say that and all that, have fun with it and everything.
Uh-huh.
I work at McDonald's. I'm in a drive-thru, I'm in the window, and
Uh-huh.
I was there for a good 30 minutes already, and literally this lady, I get handed her food. I remember her face,
Uh-huh.
like paint face, and I handed her food. It was a white older lady in her good closer to 50s, or late
Okay.
50s, I mean late 40s,
Uh-huh.
but white older lady in a green van. I remember the car, green van, and she said thank you. The devil misses you, and drove off,
What?
Boy.
bruh. And I said, bruh, and I even said it out loud. Like, that lady just said some bullshit to me. She said the devil misses you. Like, it shook me. That, like,
Right.
right there shook me. And I was like, yeah, let me, cause I
Mm-hmm.
started, like, start believing more, like, cause I started seeing them three, me, my mama was talking. I'm like, it's just crazy thing. Like, how the fuck, and I'm at my lowest point right now, blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah. And he was showing me like, hey, I'm here.
Right.
You just gotta believe. Can't do nothing for you if you don't believe.
Right.
Then and when she said that, that shook me, bro. Talking about the devil misses you.
Oh my God. Damn. Because you know why? Just like God worked through people, the devil worked through people. How you
Mm-hmm.
think? Why you think every time, if you notice, right? Every time it's like a full moon, you notice that people start acting fucking crazy.
Yeah. Full moons. I know that because I know when the craziness gonna happen at work. Like
Yes, you can
I use the
feel it.
full moon as that. Like you know it is.
You can feel it. You can actually feel it, like in the air. Like you know that song, "I
Mm-hmm.
can feel it in the air." Yo,
Yep.
you actually can. Like feel the people energy. Like something gonna happen. Like when people start driving crazy. You know how that movie, Final Destination.
Yeah.
Remember how when that shit happened, like you could predict something before it can happen? Like you could see like, oh, something about to happen, I can feel it. But that's
Yeah.
how I be feeling when something like that, when it's down, like when the moon is full and it's big, I be like, yo, I gotta get home. Shit about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can just feel it.
Yeah,
These
and
motherfuckers.
I knew, because when Bo said he figured that he had been that, it's my shit on my Facebook been changing and the shit I shared, like,
Uh-huh.
it
And I
and
peeped.
it
I
was,
always wanted to have that convo with you, like, cause out of our friend group, it was just me and him for real that didn't
Right.
believe.
yeah,
That didn't
And I always
believe.
wanted to
and
know what
John,
happened.
and
Like, yeah, John too.
yeah,
So what?
and
So what? So what made you start believing? Just because you had that interaction with that lady?
it was the three different religions I came across, and the conversation came up because they started the conversation about religion and everything, and it was the
Right.
first three. It was back to back to back, like literally 3 days in a row, and then that. She sealed it. That's what it was. She sealed it for me because I was already, thinking because
Mhm.
I'm a big thinker, especially when shit like that. And I was,
Right.
cause and after after the first dude I was talking to my mama about that. Cause I was living with my mama at that time. Cause I just left my relationship and everything, getting back on my feet and shit
Right.
like that. And
Right.
all this shit was happening back to back to back. And then when she said that, killed it, killed it. I
Right.
said, what the fuck?
Because God tests us to see what we're gonna do.
Right.
So He gave you a test. He gave you three people from Him, and then the devil came in
And
and
that's
tried to knock
exactly
all
how I
that
looked at it
test.
too. Exactly what I said. It was he's showing me like I'm
Hmm.
here, like you just follow.
Yeah. Do you believe? That's first person asked you, do you believe?
And
And
it
then the
was just like
second,
he was quiet about it, like, and then he just
right.
said, "Do you believe, brother?"
God sent angels through people too. So, like I said, he worked through people. And all people are not bad on this earth. It's just very few that are good. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
gotta remember, y'all can't be deceived by the shit that's about to happen, because it's gonna happen, no matter what. You can believe me when think I'm crazy, but shit is gonna get real. It is. What y'all gonna do when the lights go out? That's what I was telling you, Bo. If you look on TikTok, right, it's this thing. It's called a crank, and you crank it, and it got a light on it. It's like a flashlight. It's real light. It's bright, and they got it where you can charge your. It's a radio on it also, so you can find out what's going on. Because when the lights go out, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to drive your car. You're not gonna be able to do shit, because it ain't gonna be nothing operating, nothing, and it's gonna happen. And they've
Set
been
a
talking
fire.
about it. And why are they putting it on TikTok if it's not gonna happen? I'm telling you, the same way they
Well,
did with the mask before the pandemic hit. They first started selling those masks. I'm telling you, they started selling the masks before the shit hit, because it was going to happen. Remember, when Trump started talking about the pandemic, he's talking about, oh, it's the hoax. Oh, don't believe it, because he didn't want us to believe what was going to happen, and it was really true. What they did. He didn't want the people to get all upset and start going crazy and shit. But people started thinking, opening up their eyes and seeing what was happening. But I'm telling you, it was happening before it really came to, the show. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So I'm just telling y'all, that's what's supposed to be happening next. The light's supposed to go out. We're gonna be in the dark, and without the sun, we ain't gonna have no light. I don't know how this
Well,
supposed to happen.
I think that's all in the hands of people.
Yeah,
And
well, yeah, just like the COVID.
y'all know how I was saying, like, the whole Red Renee thing, how we made it seem real to the campers. I feel like the government is doing that with us.
Right.
But I don't know, it's just a theory though. I feel like the government is, and they have done it in the past, are making the end times seem real and real and
Right.
real.
Just like 2012, if y'all remember 2012.
Oh my God. Shit,
No,
fuck to 2012. I was only fucking 4 years old, but fucking Y2J, that shit, like motherfuckers, man.
Y2K, right. I was talking about that. But no, remember when people was watching, well, you was little, so you wouldn't know, probably. But, well, alright, you probably do know. I don't know how good you are as far as watching videos or whatever, or looking at the news or whatever, but people, I forget his name, something Graham. What is that dude name? He's a white dude, and he's supposed to be a preacher or whatever. And they had all on the billboards, 2012, Doomsday. The earth was supposed to end. Remember, we were supposed to die on 2012. And they had it all on the billboard. And I was living in Pottstown at the time, on the outskirts of Philly.
We
I
was
went
in
to the mall,
class.
bro. It wasn't nobody in the malls. It wasn't nobody in the stores. I swear to God. Nobody was in the stores. It was like a few people. They really believed that the world was going to end. And I started remembering what my mom and what I was taught in church and stuff, that you're not supposed to be deceived by this, because man will tell you anything to deceive you, so you can believe in not God and Him. You know what I'm saying? So I went to the store. I was driving and everything. And I was like, man, I don't believe in none of that shit. I'm going to the store. I was just shocked that nobody was in the stores, and they really believed that the earth was going to end. And that's why I was saying, like, when people were supposed to get that chip, the Antichrist chip or whatever, the mark of the beast, that it's going to be so easy for people to be deceived, because they're going to believe in this guy that's supposed to be the Messiah, and he's not. And that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just preaching it. I don't know why I keep telling everybody about this, because I believe God want me to. Because if it wasn't for him to put this in my mind or in my heart for me to say it, then why am I saying it? You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that it's supposed to happen, and we're supposed to tell people and preach the word and tell people about this, because so many people are going to die and miss out on being in heaven for eternal life. They're going to burn in hell for eternal life. I just believe that. I do. If we don't turn away from our sins.
That's another thing I want to talk about after you're done is hell.
I'm done. That's all.
I don't again, I'm not God. But if I were, I wouldn't want to send my children to hell for eternity for simply not believing in me. Especially if they've never seen me or heard me or any of that. I just don't think, in my head, that's evil.
Well, I'm going to just say this. Because I've been through so many things, negative things, situation through my life, that's why I believe so much that it is a heaven and a hell. And I believe the heaven is for the good people that does believe and try to do right and try to serve God, because everybody on this earth is a sinner. But because you believe in God that things can turn around for you, I believe that God has, because God is not a bad person. God is a good God. God don't do nothing bad. He wants you to come to him for whatever you need. You know, he just wants you to believe that he is for you and not against you, and he will never deceive you. But man will. He just don't want you to believe in a man that he created just like you. He wants you to believe in him, that he can do all things, and you can do all things as long as you believe in Christ. And I believe that. I do, no matter what.
Right,
whatever
but
your
at the
downfall
same
is,
time,
because he wants
God
you to
created
be
Jesus.
a sinner. He don't want you to be perfect. He wants you to be as you are. That's why they say, come as you are when you serving God. Don't believe in what the church got going on, because you're not there to go to church to see people. You there to serve God and his sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And everything happened for a reason. And I believe that the things that I went through is because God was showing me, teaching me, and let me grow, and to teach myself and learn myself and who I was as a person. And he put my child in my life, even though I had a husband that was on drugs. My husband was on drugs. He had an addiction. And he wasn't there with us. And I was homeless and everything. I went through so much. But because I believe God got me out of my situation. And just like tables turn, believe that. Tables do turn. Especially if you believe in God. And like I said, all things happen through God, especially good things. I'm telling you, everything turned around for me. I remember I was homeless, bro. I was living from house to house. But because I got on my knees and I prayed and I believed in him that he can turn things around for me, it did. It worked. And I believe prayer works. And it worked for me because I'm a true believer, and it happened. And I'm here to testify, that I went through some shit, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here today. I'm telling you, I could have died so many times, but because God had mercy on my soul, and because I believed in him, I'm still here. That's why I believe in him. And I believe that man will deceive you, even your family. They will deceive you so bad. Some people have it so bad, you think your story bad, but you got to look at somebody else's story and how their situation is, and you got to believe that, and you got to believe like, damn, that could be me. You know what I'm saying? Just like when people get their head pumped up when they get cars and they got money and they flaunting their shit. Just like they got it, it can be easily taken away. And because God take it away from you doesn't mean that he's bad. He's trying to teach you to learn how to be able to appreciate something and still accept his blessing and share your blessing, not flaunt your blessing and put other people down or think you better than. You know what I'm saying? God will shut you down thinking that you on top and you can get right back down to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just, that's how my mind thinks, about everything, for real. And God is in us, but we just gotta believe that He can control everything. God controls everything. He got me out of so many situations, bro. Mm. I could have got killed being at a place at the wrong place at the wrong time. But if it wasn't for God saving me and and taking care of me and get me out of that situation, I don't know where I would be, because the devil works. Trust me, he works. He don't care about you. He don't love you. You think he do, and he'll put people in your life, or and you think they're your friends, and they not, because they'll deceive you. People are jealous. People will envy. People will kill their own best friend just because you got money, or you got something, a pair of shoes better than me, or something like that. Because that's the devil. That's the devil controlling their minds. You know what I'm saying? Because he controlled people just like God. Just like he worked through people, he worked through people too. Bad people. And sometimes when you hear people be like, "Oh yeah, the devil made me do it," believe that shit. They do. He do.
I believe the devil is inside of all of us, and God is
Yes.
inside of all of us.
Oh my God. Yes, we all got an ears.
Like I don't
Evils.
necessarily think there's an external force for the
Mhm.
devil or God. I
Mhm.
believe it's all us. Like I believe in humans,
Right.
but I believe in there's a
Because.
deeper part to just humans. Like we're not just the flesh. You know what I mean?
Mhm. But it's the flesh that makes us do that. It's in our flesh. He works through our flesh. God works through our spirit and our minds and our hearts. That's what the devil do. He works through our flesh. Because none of this shit means nothing when you die. It ain't going with you, no matter what.
You know what
Nobody
else I
going.
think? I
What?
believe. I believe that I probably said this before, but you know how our friend John passed, right?
Yeah.
I believe he's somewhere else, like in another reality.
Right.
But in this one, we just don't have him. But in another reality, he's still with all of us. Like
Right.
it's just another day to him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And really,
Damn.
I believe we all grow to be old. Even though in some realities we're murdered or die of sickness or whatever,
Mhm.
I believe somewhere else we're still alive, and that's where we are.
Right. Yeah. I do too. Sometimes, I believe in that
But at
type of
some
stuff.
point, I guess you do die being old,
I
right?
believe in certain levels of heaven. I believe in certain levels of hell.
Hmm.
But eternal hell is a place where I really don't want to be, because you ain't coming back from that. I think your soul will burn eternally because of the things that you chose to do on this earth negative, because you didn't believe. I just do believe that.
You want
Damn.
to drive?
This your car?
Yeah.
No, you can drive. This is a nice car.
Thank you. But
I don't drive. I be smoking.
some of my old friends, they ain't my friends no more. But
Yeah.
they was playing with a gun one day. Or no,
Mhm.
they wasn't playing with a gun, but one of them had a gun, and another one came in their house. Like they lived together. And they came in the house, didn't tell anybody they came in, and somebody thought somebody broke in. So
Oh.
he was going through the house and heard somebody walking downstairs. He pulled a gun out and pointed it right at his chest, at his brother's chest. And he didn't shoot, but his brother said his chest felt hot when he pointed the gun at him.
Damn.
And I told him, like, bro, in another life, he shot you.
Right.
And now you're in this life.
Wow.
Like it don't seem like anything changed, but like he shot you.
No, I do believe that because I was looking at this video, not to cut you off or nothing, but you know how they have the Jay-Z, and they got a picture of Yana. They got certain pictures of certain people that was here, and if you look at them, they put the old pictures up to the new picture to them. It'd be the same person, but in a different time. It was like the olden time. It was a black and white picture versus a color picture. But Jay-Z was here before, like they was in another life, like somewhere else, like you said, and they came to this life, but as the same person. You feel me?
Right.
They look the same.
Like I feel like our memories and shit stays with our bodies, but
certain
the
things.
experience goes with you, I guess. Like the heat he felt in his chest, but he doesn't remember getting shot. See what I'm saying?
Right, because God probably wiped that away. Because you ain't supposed to remember nothing. They say when you die, you don't remember nobody. That's just what they said. I don't know how true that is either, because I ain't never been dead.
Yeah,
Thank God.
But what if you have though?
You never know.
I don't know. But I know my appendix burst on the operation table. They burst during the operation, so I could have had sepsis. I can't say it right. Septic, I think it's called. Where that's a infection that runs through your body, and it could kill me. Could have killed me, but it saved my life. I don't know if I died or came back, didn't stop breathing. I don't know, because I was.
That's always possible. That's definitely possible.
But I was back, thank God. And I prayed before I got on that table too. You know, yeah. If they say me. So, and then I had an operation. I just had an operation back in 2000. What's that? 18 or 19, I think it was. A hysterectomy. I had a whole hysterectomy because I had fibroids real bad. These things I get, you know, when the women have their menstrual cycle and everything, and they be cramping real bad. Well, this shit hurt so bad. It felt like I had big ass grapefruits in my stomach. I could feel it on my side, like sometimes when I walk or something, and that shit was painful. Even when I didn't have my menstrual, and my left ovary. They took that out. They said that it was like it was hard and it was big as a grapefruit, and it was hard. They said if I didn't get that operation, I would have had cancer. So see, God was with me like all my operations. My first operation was the gallbladder. I kept feeling like somebody stabbing me in my side. I kept feeling sick. I wouldn't eat. I ain't want nothing to eat or nothing. I felt nauseous and shit. And something said, go to the hospital. Like, something told me to go to the hospital. Real talk. And I went, and they told me that my gallbladder was bad. Then, when I had went for my appendix, I was laying in the bed at home, and I just felt so tired. I didn't want to do nothing. And I had invited this girl over from Missouri. I had paid for a ticket and everything to come spend a week with me. And she came and everything, but I wasn't feeling good. You know how you wanted to take her. I wanted to take her out and show her around real good and everything, but I had to work during the process too. But she had left that Sunday, and then that Sunday I just was feeling so bad after she had left, right? And Scott was talking to me that day, and he told me to get my butt up and go to the hospital right now. And I got my car and I went to the hospital. They kept me there, admitted me right away, and I had an emergency surgery right away because I told you it burst. So imagine if I didn't go, that shit would have burst. I would have died.
Oh yeah.
I got a question.
Huh?
What did that voice sound like?
It was like a nice, pleasant voice. I can't explain it. It was so nice, and it was nice, and it was deep, but it was a pleasant, deep voice. It wasn't nothing sweet and nothing like that. It was just a pleasant, soft, pleasant voice that I wouldn't mind hearing again. And one day, I want to tell you this. One day, was looking for a car, buying a car, and I had like $1,500 to my name. This is back in the day, so you know cars was cheap back then, right? So I had $1,500, and I already had a car, right? But I was having trouble with my car, and I wanted to something. I wanted to upgrade. So I was like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna get a car. And I was looking around like at different lots and shit, but they wanted too much money at that time. So remember, I already had a car, and I already had insurance, so that was good. All I had to do was just transfer my insurance onto the new car. But I wasn't thinking like that at that time. But God started talking to me. I was walking down the street, and he was like, hey. He said, why don't you go over there to that car lot right there? And I was like, that car lot? I was talking to him just like I'm talking to you. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know, God. I said it just like that. I was like, I don't know, God. I was like, I only got $1,500. He said, well, how you know unless you go over there and go check it out? Like that. So I was like, all right. So I go. And the man that owned the car lot, my ex-husband knew him. And he was a nice old white man. And he was like, I was looking at this Ford Taurus, and I liked that car. It was nice, it was silver, it was clean. And I was like, look, sir, and the car was $1,500. I was like, look, sir, all I got is $1,500 to get this car, but I said, I know I gotta pay for my tags and all of that. I said, so how much is it gonna be? So he was like, do you got insurance? So I was like, yeah, I do got insurance. I said, I actually got another car. I said, but yeah, I do got insurance. So he was like, all right, good. So then he was like, listen, I'll take you around the corner because my insurance company was right around the corner from where the car lot was. So I didn't have no way of getting around there because I didn't have a car yet. But he took me around the corner and got my tags and everything. Got everything for $1,500. I swear for God, he did. And God was like, see, I told you. He was like, see, and now you got a nice little car. And he said, and you still made out good because you just had $1,500 and everything costs. I swear for y'all, no taxes, no nothing like that. I mean, it was back in the day, but still, I didn't have to pay nothing but $1,500 for everything. But because I listened to him, I got it. But one day, I had after I had got that car right, I got a Grand Prix, 2004. And you know those cars was hot, you know, and I had wanted that car so bad. And I got the car, and then one day I had fell on my luck, y'all, no lie. I had lost my place. I had got evicted. I had lost the car that I had before that car, and I got this car dirt cheap, and I paid it off and everything, right? Financed it and paid it off and everything, right? Why one day I'm coming home from work and I didn't have my insurance lapsed for like 2 months. Remember, I had got evicted. I ain't had nowhere to go. I was living homeless. I was in a house. I was living with this girl one time, and I was paying her like $300 a month in stamps just so I could have a roof over my head. But mind you, I was getting paid because I had just got a new job. I was getting paid that week. But God talked to me this day, and I was about to get on the expressway and go home because it was faster that way, you know. So he said, don't go that way. He said it just like that. He said, don't go that way. And I was like, man, I'm going this way anyway. But as soon as I got on that expressway, guess who was behind me? A state trooper. Pulled me over and took my motherfucking car. But because I didn't listen, my car got sick. I heard him. He said it. Don't go that way. He said it loud and clear. And my car got took. Yep. Like he knew the devil was coming for my car. And he knew that I was trying to get on my feet. So he told me not to go that way. I could have went another way. Even though it would have took me longer to get home, I would have still had my car. You feel me? So, yeah. Oh, God talks to you.
I believe that's like, that might be like intuition, but like, I could be wrong. That's just a belief. Like you told yourself not to go that way.
Huh? I told myself?
Yeah.
No,
like,
it wasn't
subconsciously,
intuition.
like.
No, it was he talked to me, yo. I told you that same pleasant voice. He was like, don't go that way.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for
He
you?
said it just like that. I heard him. I'm like in my ear. Like, that's how it was. No, it wasn't no intuition. You know how we have like intuitions and stuff. And you know, one day, you know how I know that stuff is like not weird, but like mortal, like, you know, like, I don't know, like when I say them shapeshifters, one day like I'm driving, right, and the cat crosses me. But when I get up close, I don't see that cat no more. It like disappeared. Like a black cat.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that happen to you?
Yeah, like
you see
it
it cross
disappear.
you. Right, but when you get up, it's not there no more. You ain't never had that happen to you?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, not necessarily a cat, but like.
Yo,
I'm pretty sure I've seen a person do that.
You ever see somebody walk across, like you can see somebody, and they disappear?
Yeah. But I don't know. I be so doubtful. I'll just be thinking like, oh, I didn't see them leave, or
like you think it's just a shadow, or you just your imagination or something.
Not even that. Like maybe they hit a cut that I didn't see, or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, do you believe in spirits talking to you?
I used to. Like I was raised in church. I was hard in the church. You know what I mean? Like, but at a certain point, a lot of things weren't answered. A lot of things weren't making sense.
That's true. Right. Because you didn't know. And because everything was blocked out. But now you woke. Think about it. You know more now than you ever knew.
Like, I think it's like I believe in a God, and then at one point I was an atheist. I just don't believe in the Bible. Like, I don't believe in, because a man wrote it. No matter who you say told them to write it, a man wrote it, and a man rewrites it. Like, history's always rewritten. And there's things in the Bible that sounds like the racist white man wrote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in the beginning of the Bible, every Bible is the same in the beginning of the Bible, like when Adam and Eve was created and all of that, right? And at the end of the Bible, that's the only thing that they didn't change. They can't change the beginning and they can't change the end. Think about that. And
maybe they don't want
to. They can change. They can if they wanted to, but they can't because the way it starts off, they can't. But that middle part, all of there, they change up and put different words in there and change it up on taking like stuff out the Bible and putting what they wanted in there. Yeah, they do. They do that. I do agree with you with that. But that Revelations thing, they can't. Can't change that.
Like there's stories in the Bible that I question all the time. Like
I do too.
Why? Like here's a real question. Why did God flood the earth?
It was multiple different reasons. You can say it's the because what was the people that was on Earth at that moment was not
They were believing in images and
that
praising images of
that
that
wasn't
wasn't
his.
of God. And
Yeah,
God said that they are not supposed to praise no images, no pictures, or anything like that. That's why certain like Muslims and certain religions, they not supposed to have like pictures and shit up in their on your walls, because that's like an idol. You're not supposed to praise no type of idol and portray it as God. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
Buddhists and all of that. They're not supposed to praise that. That's an idol. The same thing when it comes to like rappers and people that sing and all that. They are nothing but idols. You're not supposed to praise that. You're not supposed to worship that type stuff. You're not supposed to like think of them as a god. Like when the Pope came here, you're not supposed to praise him like he's some type of god. He is not God. He is a man.
Right,
He's
but
supposed to be a priest. You're not supposed to
but
do
he
there's
is
other
how I look at
religions,
how I
or
look at
not him.
that though. He is a servant of God though, so you should praise him though. Like at the same time, that's what I'm going by with the Pope and shit.
that.
He you can't say
I think all
he
religions do that. They're like, listen to me, and none of the other ones. I think every single religion does it.
No, it's not that. It's just that the way uh like the Christian church is and stuff is so much. It's like a lot of stuff that go down in their that religion, and I just don't believe like he is of God. I believe that he is just a fake, and he is like what you call those people that he's somebody that portrays like to be an idol, and he wants you to praise him like he's a god. I don't.
But
I
don't
mean,
Muslims think about
well, I
that
think
with
it's just fake.
Jesus?
What that? Yes, but some Muslims believe in Jesus.
Yeah,
You got
but
some
my
who
uncle
that.
that
Mhm.
he converted to Muslim,
Islam.
and I was raised with him telling us all the time that Jesus isn't the Son of God, and my mom
Yeah.
hated that shit.
I used to say that too. I did believe that too at one time, but I do. I mean, all right now, if y'all did you ever see a Passion of the Christ?
Yeah.
You did? Did you
Mm.
cry? Not
On
because
what part?
that I know that wasn't God. The only thing that I hated about that movie that they used a white man, because I
Yeah.
believe Jesus was a black man, and I believe that he had gotten beaten like that and they tortured him like that, and I believe that it is a black Jesus, and I do believe that he walked this earth and he did die for our sins. I just believe that. I don't know why. I just, and when I saw that movie, that's what made me believe that Jesus was the Son of God. I don't know why that movie made me believe that. Not because this white man was getting beat and I felt sorry for him. No, it was just like a spirit came over me when I watched the movie, and it made me look at the movie different, but in a black man's version. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that he was a black man, and I watched this black man get beat to death for nothing but just helping people and healing people. And I believe that he got crucified on the cross for us, because he was like, at that time, during that time when he lived and walked the earth, that he was the only person that believed that God was God. You know what I'm saying? And God just put him down here in the image of him. That's
bro
why.
send an invite to your hotel or not that hotel. Your shit.
hmm That's what I just believe that, but I'm done.
To your apartment, on it. Yeah, the apartment.
I'm done talking about it.
We just driving right now, but I'll pull back up there.
Oh, you driving around? Okay, now give me a minute. I thought y'all.
We just driving and talking now, just so we
Yeah,
don't go
y'all want to
idle.
do some missions or something so we can get some money? You
I'm
got any
down. I'm
missions?
ordering me some food right now.
Oh, alright. Well, you want to do some mission, Bo? While he
Hey,
eating food?
nah. Hey, I can do it. It's 40 seconds. We I'll be
All
ready
right,
by the time. I eat fast. I'm a fat ass.
bet. Shit, that's all right. Shit, I'm right with you. Shit, if I had something, I don't. I ain't eating with you.
But hey, what I was saying with the flood, right?
Uh,
I couldn't do that to my children or anybody I created.
But the
well,
thing is,
he
it's
it
the
wasn't of his
Drowning,
children
drowning
yes,
the
because
it
entire
was.
earth.
he wasn't they wasn't
And
believers. They didn't believe that it was gonna
yeah,
happen.
like
They
you,
believed that
for you to work, live in my household, you have to go by my rules. That's basically
right,
the.
Right,
right,
I
and they
understand
didn't
that.
do
I
that.
understand punishment. Like punishment's necessary, but
Hmm.
drowning is
It was
crazy.
getting too. It was
Yes.
getting too bad. He knew it was getting out of hand.
It was getting out of hand, and nobody wasn't doing nothing about it to change it, to try to, and then they was just
Drowning the
worshiping these
entire earth
idols, and
except for
they
this
was
Yup.
one
doing
family.
all types of stuff, sleeping with each other, and
Start
drinking and
all over.
wilding out. Think about it. In the Bible, it says you're allowed to drink. He don't help so many people that had problems. One of them was an alcoholic, and he still saved his life and lived a long time. I forget who it is, but I'm not, with
So
the names
God
and stuff.
condones an
But,
abortion.
but yes, I do because I had an abortion, and I'm gonna tell you why. I had an abortion
Like I believe
because,
abortion should be. I mean, like people should have
listen,
those.
I had an abortion because I was 18 years old. I was getting ready to get out of high school. I had my whole life ahead of me, right? And
Hmm.
my foster mom didn't want me to stay in her house no more if I had got pregnant. I had to go and live with my foster sister, and I didn't want to go and live with her. And the guy that I had got pregnant by, he had epilepsy. And during the time I was about to go on my prime, he couldn't go with me because he had a seizure, and prior with his seizure, he had a stroke. And my mom just thought that he was so sickly that she didn't want me to have his baby. You know what I'm saying? But I know it was my choice
Hmm.
and everything. And I just thought about my whole life flash like, before me. Like how I was going to struggle with this baby if I had it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to have to suffer, bring this baby in this world and let this baby suffer
Yeah.
that that
Follow
it
that
would be
blue
sick
dot.
or whatever.
I hear
And
you
I'm
though.
not God, and I'm not God, and my fault. My real mom told me not to. Oh, here, come on, you can drive. Told me not to get the abortion because she didn't believe in it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I still got it anyway. But I asked God to forgive me for that. I mean, it was a long time ago and everything. I still think about it sometimes, and some of my sins because if you want to say I killed my child. You know what I'm saying? On account of thinking that he would be sick because of my behavior or what I did. I laid down in that bed and I had sex with that guy, and it didn't have to be that way. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I just thought about how I could have had another life, if I didn't have this child. You feel me? So I just thought about it at that time. I thought about myself more so than anything, and what I would go through. Remember, I was already a foster child. I already been through hell with my mom, my real mom, but I didn't want to, bring my child to death, and I was young, so I got the abortion. I wish I wouldn't have done. I wish I wouldn't have, because I would have had 2 kids, and my daughter wouldn't have been alone. And she's alone now, and I definitely can't have no kids now because my tubes are tied, and I'm too old. I ain't having no babies. Baby time is over. But yeah, I believe in that because I wasn't ready, and I just gave it back to God. That's how I feel. I wasn't ready yet, and He blessed me with another child.
Oh my God, no!
That's how I feel.
Hell yeah.
Because I couldn't have had no children, but I had her. And I think children are gifts from God. Because if it wasn't for me having my daughter, I don't know where my life or how my life would have turned out if I didn't have my daughter. Because it made me more responsible It made me respect myself, respect her. I had to know myself, learn myself, and I grew into a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was married to my husband, I felt as though he was trying to mold me into what he wanted me to be. But when I became my own woman and stood on my own 2 feet, I felt like I was invincible and I can do anything, without him. Because he was so caught up with his drug addiction that he fell in love with his drug, and he knew that I was gay when I first met him, but I wasn't like indulging in it like how I wasn't wear like, boy clothes or whatever like that with it. I was like more uh, like tomboyish, but not in boy clothes. You feel me? And I had wanted to experience the straight life to see if I was just going through a phase or whatever, and I had wanted to experience that to see what I wanted out of it. And when he got caught up in his drug addiction, I got caught up into the lifestyle of being with women, and I liked it because I didn't have to go through all of that stress and drama. You know what I mean? That's how I felt at the time. And then I just, came out the closet after a while. I used to be versatile too, where I used to dress in women clothes, and then when I go out to the clubs and shit, to the gay clubs, I would dress in like boy clothes, because I had a daughter. I wanted to have more like respect for her, and I wanted to keep her as she wanted to be. I didn't want to change her because of me. You know what I'm saying? But my daughter's still straight, so and then she accepted me for who I was, and and I explained to her what the gay was, because my daughter father, blurted it all out and shit, because I wanted the divorce. I didn't want to be with him. He was just caught up. He ruined my life, like, kind of, sort of, because he wasn't there. He left us stranded. And as a husband and as a father, he should have been there. I shouldn't have had to struggle with my daughter like that. You know what I mean? That was hard on me. And, so now I don't ask nobody for shit. I try not to. I try to do everything on my own. That's why I work so hard for what I want and what I need for my family. My daughter and my granddaughter, I bust my ass for them, because that's all I got. And I know my daughter got my back if I needed something, because I always got her back,
Yeah.
Like, people ain't like that. Yeah, but, families are not like that. All families are not like that. And I try to, even though me and my daughter father, we live together, we all live in the same house together. And we do not mess around. I do not have any feelings for him. He got girlfriends and everything. He go out and do his own thing. He drive, everything. He do his own thing. I don't worry about what he do. He don't question me. I don't question him. And we're friends. And people would be like, how y'all do that? I'm like, we just do that. We just
ain't none of their damn business if it works. You know what I mean?
But no, people ask because some people can't do that. Some people don't have a relationship with their baby mom or their baby father because the other person jealous because you with somebody else and they don't want you around their kids and all that. And,
that come with insecurity and a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Trauma and PTSD, all that.
Yes, and then what it is that we're two adults, that we have to come to the conclusion that we're not made for each other anymore. At that one time, we were. But this, everything happens for a reason. Everything sometimes for a season, maybe for just one day. Person come in your life.
Yeah, the season is real.
Right, and once that season is over, it's like God said, okay, this is done here. This is why I got divorced. And they say God hates divorce. But God is not going to put you with nobody that he don't want you with. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out for me. And look at where my life is now. What if I would have stayed? What if I would have got on drugs? Anything could have happened. of that nature. If I didn't have God and get on my knees and pray and ask Him to get me out that situation, and He did, and I had to stand on my own 2 feet. It was hard. I ain't gonna say it was easy because it wasn't. It was hard as shit, especially with a child. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like the men that was in power, they didn't want to get divorced, so they made that a rule, and they put it in the Bible. So
right.
nobody got divorced.
Well,
You know what I
I
mean?
felt as though he wasn't a good man. He was a weak man. He wasn't a strong man
Right.
where he could support his family.
And
And
you literally got to be with somebody to find that out.
right. And yeah, he wanted to be married. The fact of saying, "Oh, I'm married," you know what I'm saying? But you know what marriage is. You really know what marriage is? It's supposed to be as one. Even if you have a mother, and your mother needs something, but your wife needs something too. Which one you gonna go to first? You should be with your wife. Why? Because she's come first. That is your wife. Y'all are as one. So y'all work as together forever. And it's through sickness, through health, through death, through your part. And that's what that means. It doesn't mean that just because you got a ring on your finger don't mean shit, because you can take that ring off and you still will be married. It's the person that you chose to be with for the rest of your life. And those are the rules for being married. That's how I think of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to have a ring to be married, actually, with somebody, because
That's just
What
to let
that-
everybody know y'all married.
right, that's it. That's just all it is. It's just a symbol. It's nothing. Because guess what? If you die, guess what? That ring comes off. It can stay on, but it's still gonna be. You still going back to the dirt. It's still gonna be under a skeleton. It's still gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like them cups at a party. Certain color
Right.
when you single, or you not looking.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yes. I mean, but people don't realize that either. But it's just sometimes people outgrow each other, and that's what happened. We outgrew each other. It was just our time to let go. But we still friends on the fact that because I have a daughter with him, we will always be family. So he'll always be my family. I got love for Gary. I'm not in love with Gary. No, I don't have sex with Gary. No, we don't do none of that. Oh yeah, we just friends, but we still hitting at each other. No, fuck that. I don't do none of that shit. We're just friends, and that's it. We have a mutual conversation. We talk about different stuff. We joke around. We bust on each other. We still family. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes family ain't blood. Ain't that right, Monte?
And there you go. And then sometimes, right? I vibe.
What you say? I ain't got my headset on.
I said sometimes family ain't blood. Ain't that right?
Oh
Yes.
God.
On God, you absolutely right. Shit.
Like, they be like blood thicker than water. Well,
Right. Listen,
shit, it's some thick ass water.
I got my brother lives right around the corner from me. I haven't seen my brother in a long time. My brother lives right around the corner from me. We don't have a relationship. My brother is a big liar. I would never be around him. He would say that he texts me and never texts me in his life. My brother had beat me up before because the fact I was gay. He thought I was messing with my best friend. Like, oh my God, if I was, what business is it of yours? I'm his older sister. Think about that. We don't have no kind of relationship with him. And guess what? I don't have to. I really don't. I can still love my brother, even from a distance. I still love him. I will always have love for my brother. Always. Bottom of my heart, love him. I would cry if something should happen to him. But to be connected with him and have a conversation with him, it will never vibe. We will have an argument. It will be a disagreement. It will be bad energy. And I do not want that around my grandchild, my daughter, none of that. I don't want that. Because people will do that. Come in your life and steal your joy. For real. If you let them. And I just don't fuck with him. I just don't fuck with him. He's such a liar. He will send you on a mission instead of helping you. That's how he do. Like, for instance, like, let me give you an example. Like, back in the day, he would sell, like, make movies and CDs and shit. So I would get movies off of him. I would pay for them and everything. Give him a little play, whatever. And, this nigga would get mad because of what I want. So if I'm buying movies off of you, why are you worried about what movies I'm getting off of you? As long as I'm paying you, right?
Yeah, that's
Hear
good.
me? If I want a certain movie, like my daughter wanted this Michael Jackson CD, and she wanted the music copied on the CD. So he said, all right. So I thought he was gonna get her all the songs. He gave her the songs he wanted her to have. But we paid for this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, God.
And I'm like, what type of shit is this? Oh, that shit is booty that she want. What, nigga? That's what she like. How the fuck you gonna tell her what to get? If we paying for it and that's what she like. You asked her what song she want and you gonna put the songs on the CD that you want her to listen to. Not saying that it was nothing explicit or nothing like that. It was just something that she wanted. It was a CD from Michael Jackson. Like, every child want Michael Jackson, Shit. And I was just like, looking at him like he was the fuck crazy. After that, I ain't never buy no more CDs off my brother ever again in my life. And I meant that. Ever.
Hey, who petroleum jelly is this?
Huh?
Who petroleum jelly is this?
Where?
On the table.
Oh, that's yours, nigga.
Giggles, did you bring that? Did you put that shit right there, bro?
Hold on, what y'all talking about?
This jar of petroleum jelly right here. Did you bring that in here, bro?
That's right there in the corner. This is right in the corner. I'm over here.
Man, he still got his coat on, man. That's your shit, man. You look like you was in here
Hey, this your house,
waxing
nigga.
off and shit. You gonna ask us who shit it is. It's yours.
Man, all them
Listen,
cigarettes, I don't even smoke cigarettes. That's crazy. What else be in?
Yeah, the cigarettes, I playing that on me.
Man, you was in here watching porn, man. That's what you was doing. We gonna talk about something. Who brought that in here? Look what you got on. You got on fucking sweatpants, nigga. I got on a whole fucking onesie. This nigga got on a leather coat, and he ain't got time to be whipping his shit out. But you right here, you can whip this shit out real quick.
Yeah, you got the jogging suit on.
Yeah, you got the jogging pants on, bro. You can whip your shit out and put your pants up real quick. All you gotta do is pull it out. I already know.
How do you shit in a onesie? You gotta take the whole thing off?
Just the top off, and then it'll drop, and then I can pull my
Like,
pants
look,
in.
like the zipper is at the waistline, so he ain't.
It's right here at the top. Look at my top. Look at my top. See?
Hell nah.
See? You see it right there?
It ain't low enough.
I just got
So
this
you the
done.
only one there.
Come on,
This
nigga,
is
let's
your
go.
house.
Man, let's get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all
Alright.
tripping. Shit. I'm about to go see if I can find me a hooker tonight. Shit, fuck this. We going to your garage, nigga? Where we going?
Oh, no, the whip's still
We
outside.
riding your car? You driving your car, nigga?
Yeah, I think it's a 4-seater. Pretty sure.
Man, you need a 4-seater, man. You got a
Damn,
2-seater.
that's a 2-seater.
What the fuck? Man, do I need to call my car?
So you can.
Alright. Dang. You ain't never got shit right. Damn, man. Stop smoking that weed, man. That's what you need to stop doing.
Oh, I'm about to start the
Shit.
stream over.
No, what you be doing
That was
is
a
you be
lobby talk
drinking.
stream.